Welcome back. Well, for the markets, it's holding quite steady. We have the Nifty, which is up around 124 odd points. The advanced decline ratio is also managing to hold at around 2:1. So good going for the broader markets at this point in time. So definitely some portfolios are doing better in today's trading session. But all eyes are on the auto space and what that could hold in terms of competition, because Tesla has opened its first India showroom in Mumbai's Bandra Kurla complex. On offer are two Model Y variants at ex-showroom prices of 59.89 lakhs and 67.89 lakhs. To discuss more, we have with us Shirish Chandran, who's the editor at EVO India magazine. Shirish, thank you very much for joining in. Well, it's definitely a landmark day considering that Tesla is now finally launched in India. But wanted your sense in terms of the kind of pickup we'll see in terms of sales, considering the price points and the given rising competition within the EV space.
So after a lot of back and forth, will it, won't it, they finally are here. So that is a big deal. Now, obviously, they were going to manufacture in India. That's not happening as of now. Hopefully, it'll happen in time. But right now, it is all imported CBUs. And that's why, obviously, the pricing is on the higher side. But look at it this way. There's so much of anticipation around Tesla. So many people are talking about Tesla. And there is no dearth of money in the country. So even at these prices, like I said, on the higher side, you will still see a fair bit of takeoff for the Tesla, at least as of now.
At least as of now, you're expecting some bit of a takeoff coming in here. Shirish, good afternoon. But other than that, one more news flow that came in, that VinFast, they are also planning to launch here as well. So there is surely going to be increased interest coming in here. In terms of pricing, obviously, we still don't know the range of pricing, but that would still be lower than Tesla. So how would that work overall for the Indian EV markets as well?
Well, VinFast 100% has to be lower than Tesla. Yeah. They have to be super aggressive on pricing because, see, Tesla, everybody knows about it. Whether you can afford a Tesla or not, everybody knows about it. They don't have to invest anything in terms of brand building. VinFast, on the other hand, is brand new. Nobody knows what it stands for. Nobody even knows anything about the Vietnamese car market. So a lot of, confidence that you would need to invest in a VinFast. So the VinFast story, it will work if the pricing is super aggressive. If not, then I'm actually curious to see who will be the first adopters for the VinFast. I don't think anybody is curious, and nobody really will be surprised to see the first adopters for the Tesla, because honestly, there's a whole line of people who will be ready to put the cash down on a Tesla.
What's interesting is I was looking at some data. The average price of a passenger vehicle in India has risen from 7.5 lakh rupees in 2019 to about 11 lakh in 2024. That's the average price, which obviously includes extremities, which will have a little more in terms of an upward skew. The entry-level prices are a lot lower. Do you think Tesla's entry into India would actually be beneficial for all the other lower-priced EV variants because the category is expanding as against Tesla eating into their market share?
If Tesla had come maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, then yes, they would have benefited because Tesla would have really aided the awareness for electric vehicles. But today, I don't think EVs lack in terms of awareness. What the government has done in terms of the green plates has really worked wonders because everybody notices electric cars on the road. Now there is no curiosity about, oh, you bought an electric car. People know about EVs. So obviously, every new player coming in is going to improve the visibility, is also going to help the category. Right now, EVs are under a certain amount of stress. This month, things have started to pick up. Otherwise, the rate of growth has been flat, so it hasn't been growing. There is a bit of negative conversation also around EVs, down to the fact that EVs in terms of resale value are much lower than combustion engines. And that is a big factor that is stopping people from adopting EVs. I think it's a temporary blip. And again, the momentum will start because there's just so much that is happening. This morning, I was driving the Tata Harrier EV that's going to rival the Mahindra XEV 9e and the BE6, the Mahindra electric cars, excellent cars and actually good pricing. And like you said about the average buying or ticket size of cars going up, now the growth is in the SUVs. SUVs are obviously more expensive than hatchbacks, and more growth is happening in the mid-size SUVs, which are more premium over that sub 4 meter category. So people are spending more on cars. In the past, everybody wanted cheap. Today, Indians don't want cheap. They obviously want value, but they're willing to spend on technology, willing to spend on bigger engines or more power from EVs, more range from electric cars. So there is no dearth of spending appetite. You just
Sure.
need to find that sweet spot to make people spend.
Okay, so Shirish, I just want to I just want to compare the BYD versus the Tesla, because that would probably be the closest comparison in terms of pricing as well as product. BYD has in fact overtaken Tesla sales in Europe, at least for the month of April. So there is neck-to-neck competition there. Do you think that that's probably going to play out in India as well?
The BYDs are very good. The C line, which they recently launched at that price and at that offering, and plus that is an SUV, and SUVs are better suited to Indian roads. Also, Indian customer appetites are skewing towards SUVs. So BYD as a product, it's really good. It's so good, in fact, that a lot of our Indian manufacturers are buying components from BYD, including their batteries. So the only drawback for BYD is Tesla in terms of perception as of now is right up here. Now, BYD will take some time to catch up to that in terms of perception. Also, BYD's network in terms of their showrooms, dealerships is not that widespread. And that's why the whole offtake for BYDs is a little slow. Fact of the matter is also that they have not been allowed to invest to grow their footprint in India, to start proper manufacturing. I'm sure they want to do that, but they can't because of all the rules that are there in place. But product-wise, what BYD offers is very good.
Okay, Shirish, interesting conversation there. We'll be watching out for which one you're going to be buying out of all these EVs. And given that Mangalam was saying there are 8 colors also that are mentioned right now, anything that you are looking at over there for Tesla?
Well, gray is included in the base price. Every other color you have to pay for. So the red,
Okay.
I believe, is 1.75 lakhs more.
Okay, Shirish, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon and giving us such an insightful conversation. On that note, we're going to slip into a very short break. And after the break, we'll be discussing some technicals with Satchidanand Tekar from Table. So stay tuned in for that.